Morning all of you. Today we shall be discussing about the brainstorming question and answers of chapter 1.2 12th standard on saying please by George Alfred Gardiner. So let us begin. So the first activity A1 is form groups and explain the following words with examples. You can take help of your teacher. So some words are given to you and I have written all the meanings of these words. For example, humility means modesty, self esteem means self respect, gratitude means being thankful, courtesy means good manners, generosity means kindness, sympathy means to show care, sensitivity or empathy means sensitive or being sensitive. So the next one is have a group discussion on the topic the need of soft skills at workplace. Use the following points. So basically soft skills are required nowadays to communicate with the world, to make your identity or to explore all the things that are good in you. So here some points are given. A. Written and verbal communication. How does need of soft skill improve your written and verbal communication? As we have to use the formal written English in our day-to-day life, whether we are working as teachers or as students, for writing formal letters or taking permissions or making requests, we should have the knowledge of the soft skill. English has now become a global language of communication. We could express ourselves on a whole lot huge platform because English has become an important part and it is an important ingredient of the soft skill. Ways of interacting with each other. To help us understand each other and to care for each other's feeling, we need to have the knowledge of soft skill. We live in Indian society where people usually judge you by your looks and your lifestyle. So a person, whether he is well mannered or well deserved, is actually judged by the way he speaks and interacts with the society. So if you have a good lifestyle, if you look good, if you behave nicely, then you will be appreciated by the world. As times are changing, so are the ways of interacting with each other. Thus, we need the soft skills. Next is the creative abilities. People need a language to express themselves. Thus, soft skill provide them the proper guidance how to use their creativity in a productive and effective way to express themselves. Say that you are a painter, you are a dancer, you are an artist, anything you can be. But if you have these creative abilities, but you're not able to express yourselves to the world, what is the use of those creative abilities? It would be a waste. So, if you have the knowledge of the soft skills, you would be easily acceptable and you could easily present yourself to the world. Emotional intelligence. A person who does not know how to deal with his emotions will never be able to channelize his skills and communicate with the world. If you are judged nowadays because of your emotional intelligence, how you understand others and how you treat others, thus soft skill develop both our artistic skills and emotional intelligence. So A2 activities, read the text and state whether the following statements are true or false. You have to correct the false statements. The A1 is given, better problem in day-to-day life can be solved by sweet words. That is true. Great wars could have been avoided by a little courtesy. That is also true. Observance of etiquette in a normal situation is important, but more important is their observance when the situation is adverse. This is also true. Words like please and thank you help us in making our passage through life uneasy. This is a false sentence. So what is the correct sentence then? Words like please and thank you help us in making our passage through life easy. Now the even, the law permits anybody to use violence if another person is discourteous. This is a false sentence. The law does not permit anybody to use violence if another person is discourteous. So second is select the most appropriate sentence which suggests the theme of the essay. So A, the essay tells us about courtesy, civility, morality, responsibility and control. The second one, the essay explores the difficulties that can be incurred by an individual when dealing with the public. One can keep one's peace of mind without having to lower themselves to the level of the perceived offender. Or D1, people with low self-esteem are generally difficult to work with and they look down upon others to get a feeling of superiority. So the correct answer to this is the essay tells us about courtesy, to be civility, then have morality, have responsibility, and to be in control. And the other one is one can keep one's peace of mind without having to lower themselves to the lower level of the perceived offender. So the next third one, A. Find the reasons for the liftman's uncivilized behavior. So everybody wanted to know at the beginning of the story, why did the liftman behave in such an uncivilized manner? The reasons behind the uncivilized behavior of the liftman towards the passengers was due to the following reasons. He was hurt the way some of the passengers treated him during the time of his work. Usually, it is clearly seen that people, usually working at a superior level than other people who are paid less, are prone to treat the people being paid less in a very different manner as if they are very great than them. In the same manner, the same thing happened with him, that some of the passengers treated him rudely. The passenger showing discourtesy towards him made him angrier and he lost his cool. If a person is treated in the similar manner again and again and again, it somewhere hurts the confidence of that particular person. Thus, in this sense, he lost his cool. He felt no one respected his work and thus acted accordingly. So, this is like as you sow, so shall you reap. The passengers treated him very badly. In return, he lost his cool and the lift man kicked that particular person out. This is how he felt no one respected his work and acted accordingly. So the next question is, list the people and their behavior that made the passenger rude and ill-mannered. So the correct order of this is the housemaid was rude to the cook was rude to the employer's wife, the employer's wife was rude to the employer himself, then the employer was rude to the passenger, and the passenger in return was rude to the liftman. Let us see their behavior now. If you look here carefully, the housemaid is rude with the cook. The cook is therefore very rude to the passenger's employer's wife, where he back answers her. The employee is henpecked by his wife at breakfast because of the cook. The employer does not say good morning to the passenger. The passenger is therefore very rude and he also behaves in the similar manner, ill-manneredly towards the liftman, and thus the liftman throws the passenger out of the lift with a kick. Then, fourth one, good manners are required in our daily life for making our social contacts more cooperative and friendly. Illustrate the behavior of the polite conductor with different people in various situations. Now the situations are given to you and so is the behavior. The writer's sensitive toe was trampled on. The conductor said sorry with an apology and courtesy. He didn't feel anything bad and he said it is okay. In the rainy season, dealing with the people, the conductor would run up to the stairs and tell them that there was room inside. Dealing with the old people, the conductor was very considerate and caring as a son. Dealing with the children, he was concerned and caring as a father. Dealing with young people, he had a warm place in his heart and he used to joke, that isn't just. Dealing with a blind man, he would help him in and out of the bus. So actually, this is different situations given to you, and the way the kind-hearted, polite conductor behaved with the people. So the next is discuss and write the impact of good temper and kindliness on the society in the light of the good mannered conductor. So let us understand here. The conductor was always cheerful and kind hearted to everyone in the bus. His behavior irradiated his passengers and they too became very cheerful with him. So somehow the conductor's behavior it irradiated means it affected the passengers with them. They made him feel happy. In return, the passengers learned a lot of things from the conductor to how to behave properly with people, how to show courtesy, and all those things. They would take his cheerful attitude with them. It is like attracts alike, means the way you behave, the same similar manner you will receive. The conductor behaved very politely, with love, with compassion with everybody, and thus in return he would get the same. If you are in the company of kind-hearted and loving people, then you are apt to become like him, like them actually. So it means that if you are with the people, good people, you will become like them. If you are with the bad people, you will become like them. So the sixth one, a modest calling can be made dignified by good temper and kindly feeling. Explain the statement. So a modest calling. So a modest means a nice, what do you say, attitude could be made by good temper and kindly feeling. Let us understand. It means that whatever type of work we do, it can only bring bliss in one's life if one has the ability to spread warmth and happiness around him or themselves. This can be only achieved with good manners and cheerful attitude towards the people around you. So if you are good mannered, if you're in the wherever you're working or wherever you're learning, okay, or wherever you are teaching something, so if you're good, if you show good manners, etiquettes, and you send out love waves, and what do you say, you are helpful to others, it creates a good environment around you and the people that work around you. You can do these small acts of goodness and impact everyone who comes in contact with you. So the people who will come in contact with you will always be happy around you. They will feel very cheerful, optimistic, loved around you. You can irradiate the same good vibes if you wish to. So this can only be done if you want to do these things, or you have the opposite way, you can show discourtesy and you would be hated by everybody. So, an example, if you help someone pick up the heavy baskets with a please, may I help you? So, this is how you could do the small things. Using words of courtesy with the people who are of less importance than you, maybe to the sweeper who sweeps your apartment or the watchman who looks after your home or office during the working hours. So, this is the way whether you can choose to be, means the people who are working at your home, maybe they are your servants, maybe he's a sweeper who sweeps your apartment, or the watchman who looks after your home, your office, or the college. If you behave very nicely, politely with them, the same type of vibe you will carry out with everybody who's around you. So the seventh one, the service of the police is necessary for the implementation of the law in our society. Do you think you require this service for good social environment? Discuss. See, the police and the law cannot monitor all our actions, material or moral offenses. They can only actually monitor our actions. If you behave, it cannot actually punish anybody for doing any moral offense. Means you cannot punish, the law cannot punish any person if he's not behaving nicely to you, he's being rude to you. It can only take action against your material action, that is if he fights with you, tries to kill you, or do some harm to you, then only the police can offend him. The law cannot punish those who are easily offended by someone not showing courtesy or misbehaving verbally. So, as I said, the law has some limitations. It cannot punish somebody if somebody is not saying you good morning, or somebody is not saying you sorry. The police cannot do anything to that thing. It is you who have to react. If you choose to react normally, then it is good. If you react in a different manner, you will be punished. One cannot be punished for not having good manners or etiquettes. You just cannot sue anyone for saying thank you or sorry. You just cannot punish anybody for if the person is not showing any courtesy towards you. So courtesy and discourtesy are the faces of the same coin. Means some people will be rude to you, some people will behave what to say, with love with you. If one lacks good manners, one must have patience and be the change himself. If you think that the society lacks good manners, then you should be the one who's spreading it. Good manners need to be taught as a part of life since childhood. So good manners can be taught from your childhood. In your it could be taught by you to your, what to say, younger siblings, or from your parents towards you. If people follow them, this world would be a happy and tolerable place for everyone who lives in it. If every person understands the importance of being courtesy and showing good manners, then it will be a nice and happy place for everyone.